Our next guest is known around town for his fresh, scoopable pies, but there's one catch. You can only taste these mouth-watering creations at certain charity events. Andy Ross is here with Dr. Sharon Chakidjian to tell us all about this event and, of course, to tell us how to make these scoopable pies. Thanks so much for being here, both of you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so today, though, we are making a certain type of pie which you will be serving up this weekend. What is this one?
This weekend, we are preparing a cinnamon streusel apple pie, a scoopable pie. I prepare them in 7-inch personal size pans, and they're very light and airy and fluffy and delicious, and about 1/3 of the calories of a normal pie.
That sounds good. Now, what's a scoopable pie, though, Andy?
Well, a scoopable pie is you don't cut into a scoopable pie. You take your spoon and you
dig into it.
Yes, yeah.
And then take a big bite.
Because I don't believe in order to cut into a pie, a traditional pie, when you cut into a pie so that it doesn't run, bakers tend to use a lot of fillers, starches, flours, that sort of thing. And I don't use any of that. I use 3 basic ingredients for my filling. That's the fresh fruit, of course, being the main ingredient, the apples, and in this case I use Granny Smith apples, and brown sugar, and a combination of spices.
Now, Dr. Chakidjian, you are an ED doctor at Yale. Is this a healthy pie from your perspective?
It is. It's really a lot of fruit and always fresh fruit and a very minimal amount of sugar.
You're a big fan?
I'm a big fan.
All right, and other people can get it this weekend as well. Tell us a little bit about the event.
Sure. This weekend in Wooster Square, we're going to be having an outdoor screening, which is a really special thing that was organized in our neighborhood by neighbors, and the cost of the event is actually being covered by pie baking.
Excellent.
So a very good old-fashioned event. We're going to be showing Ratatouille, and the movie is going to start as soon as the sun sets. So we'll be gathering around 5:15, 5:30 to picnic outside. There'll be fresh pie there.
Okay.
Everybody will be able to try it.
Exactly. So let's get cooking, all right, Andy? You were starting out with Granny.
I start out with Granny Smith apples.
But you can use anything.
Yeah, they're the most popular baking apples because they have a lesser water content.
All right, and then you...
then, of course, you just...
peel them.
Old-fashioned peel and, peel your apples.
I'm glad you're doing it because I don't
hand.
do this very well.
And then I take either one of 2 kinds of slicers. One is 1/16 inch and the other one is 1/8 inch. If you're making a large pie, you may want the 1/8 inch. Of course, I use these smaller size tins, so I use the 1/16.
All right, very good.
Very simply, a real quick. There.
That was really easy.
And there goes there's your apples.
All right.
We have our sliced apples, and oops.
And how many apples did you have to bring in for this big event?
For the big event, there's I'm making 125 apples, and it takes roughly an apple and a half to make one pie.
And so, Dr. Chakidjian, are you going to be helping him out with these apples?
Everybody helps out. It's a whole neighborhood affair.
Very good. All right,
So
the apples are ready.
The apples. Brown.
How much brown sugar?
Brown sugar. I use a cup for 4 apples.
Okay.
And then I use a 1/4 cup of cinnamon. And then my favorite spice in the world is this apple pie spice, because it has all 3 of the main apple pie type spices, which is nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger.
How much of that did you put in?
Only about a half a teaspoon.
And we want to remind everybody this recipe will be on our website if you're not writing it down right now. Okay, so you mix it up.
Just do this, mix it up real good, and you allow it to sit for about 15 or 20 minutes because the apples will absorb.
You want it to saturate all the
exactly, and get some of the juices out. Oh,
okay.
Let's not forget a little lemon juice because that preserves.
You got to have that, right?
That preserves the color, and it also helps it absorb.
Now you make all kinds of pies, Dr. Chakidjian. Is this one of your favorite ones that he makes?
This is one of my favorites. The streusel topping is delicious.
Okay.
And in the past we've made cherry pie and a strawberry pie over the summer, but always with fresh fruit.
And peach melba pie.
Oh,
that was
that
really
sounds
good.
fabulous. All right, so what do we do now?
We'll set this aside, okay? And then the next is the topping, the crumble topping, and this time I'm doing a cinnamon streusel topping, and that is simply brown sugar.
How much? About a cup?
That's a cup.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot by feel.
Okay.
The real ingredients and quantities will be on the website. And this is some flour. And again, about a teaspoon or so of cinnamon.
Okay.
And then a quarter stick of butter. Now, normally what I do here now is I start mushing that up with my hands.
With your hands.
But I really can't do that here now
Okay.
because it'll make a mess.
All right.
But I will show you what it will look like, and that's what it will come out and look like. Then we take the small pans, take the apples. Now, the trick here is to pile them up as high as possible because apples have a real tendency to deflate.
All right.
Okay? And then
you just put the topping on?
And then we're going to...
Top? Oh, just use your hands. Why not, right, Dr. Chikishan? It's easier.
I wash my hands three times.
And we want to just put up the information right now for, again, the movie is Ratatouille this weekend, Wooster Square Park, Columbus Park, New Haven, October 23rd, 6:15.
It starts at 6:15. You should probably get there about 5:15 to secure your place.
Very good. And then this goes into the oven for how long?
This goes into the oven at 350 for 45 minutes.
Okay. So stick around.